Hi guys, this is Renato from Benzinga, interviewing participants for the Benzinga Fintech Awards here in November. Today we're speaking with Chaikin Analytics, and they're going to talk a little bit about their background, kind of the things that they're doing, and some future plans. So I'll give it to you and kind of introduce yourself and go into kind of the stuff you guys do.
Great, great. So my name is Nick Webb. I'm the head of sales and marketing here at Chaikin Analytics. We've been, over 7 years, we've been a tool that investors have used to look at stocks, evaluate them, and get a reading from, of where they might be going from 1 to 6 months in the future. We do that by creating a Chaikin Power Gauge stock rating. And that rating has been very successful. In fact, it generated, along with our discovery engine, a Benzinga Fintech Award 2 years ago. And the rating is devised from a 20-factor model that combines both fundamentals as well as technical factors. So what we're up for this year, which we're very excited again to work with Benzinga, is our ETF Power Gauge rating. And that's very different from our stock rating because it takes into account so many more factors. But if you look at the ETF ratings that are out there, they were all sort of historically based. They would look at things like performance and what is their cost, their liquidity, what are the various managers. And we looked at that and we sort of determined we didn't think that was forward thinking. It gave you a good basis for where that ETF is right now, but it doesn't tell you whether or not that ETF is well positioned for the future. So we did it a different way. And it's a much more difficult way. We basically took a look at every single constituent within the ETF, and we took a look at what our power gauge rating was, and then aggregated it up, and then put a technical component on it that gives us a much better forward-looking view. And our back testing was just unbelievably strong. And so we feel very confident that we've sort of cracked the nut on putting together an ETF power gauge rating. So that's what we're up for, and we're pretty excited to be at the awards coming up this fall.
Yeah. What about, in the coming few years, where do you guys see yourselves in the coming few years in terms of, maybe some cool projects that, maybe you're really trying to press on, maybe?
Yeah. Okay. Well, so if you think about what Chaikin Analytics, or who we serve, it's really individual investors, self-directed investors, as well as advisors. And so we actually have products that are coming out very shortly within the next 6 months that will cater to both of those. The first one that should be out hopefully within a month or so, but don't count on it, maybe 2 months, is our, we have an app that's going to go into the iTunes App Store for both phones and iPad devices. And we're kind of excited about that. It'll basically allow us to start new people off who aren't really familiar with Chaikin Analytics and begin to get them comfortable with Chaikin Analytics before they sort of take the leap and subscribe to us. And so it'll provide a lot of the functionality that you get online with, but at a much less, obviously free or at a very minor cost. So we're excited about that. For the advisors, again, we're going to take what we're doing in the ETF arena. We think advisors, you're already seeing it over the last 10 years, but I think it's accelerating even now, is they're moving from mutual funds into ETFs. And so there needs to be similar to what we did with the power gauge rating, there needs to be a more thoughtful dialogue about how portfolio managers or how advisors create a portfolio specifically for each client using ETFs. I mean, ETFs are a wonderful vehicle. They're low cost. They can, sort of display or displace risk by having multiple asset types and asset classes and different securities. And so we do think they're a great vehicle for advisors to use in their portfolios. What we want to do is help them by we're not going to be the risk provider, but we're going to take the risk inputs that come from whatever risk service they use, whether it's Riskalyze or whatever else is on the marketplace, and then translate that into a very custom portfolio for their client based upon their risk profile, where they are in their age group, et cetera, so that they can actually show to the client they're adding real value by creating a custom basket of ETFs that really match what that client wants to do. And so that's a product that should be out early next year is what we're looking for. And we're really excited about that one as well. So a couple of really interesting things coming out. We're a small company, and so we only have limited bandwidth. And we want to do these things well. So we're sort of staging them one at a time, and they'll be out. Again, most of them, well, both of those will be out in the next 4 to 5 months. So pretty exciting times at Chaikin Analytics.
We're really honored to have you participating in the awards. And for people that want to find out more information, how do they get in touch? Where should they go?
That's perfect. Love you asking that question. I am head of sales. Best place to go is chaikinanalytics.com. And let me spell that, because Chaikin doesn't exactly roll off your tongue, nor does it make for easy spelling. It's CHAIKIN and then analytics.com. Or alternatively, you can dial 1-877-9-STOCKS, and you'll get in touch with somebody here.
That's really cool. Thank you so much, Nick.
Yeah, well, just let me thank Benzinga. They've been a great partner. We've been working with you guys for 3-4 years, and you guys are so creative in what you do. So it really has been a pleasure working with you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.